Homeschooling your preschooler during a pandemic doesn't have to be discouraging. Thankfully, we are here as a guide to assist you by providing day-to-day advice, tips, daily lessons, activities, all based according to the Ministry of Education's ECC curriculum, ensuring that your child's at-home learning experience is maximized while still having fun. Stick around for the next few minutes to learn more.
Now I'm going to give you an alternative timetable for a child who may have progressed past the environmental sounds. So we are starting to move into the beginning reading stages. We are teaching our children now the continued rhymes, but we're moving more into beginning sounds and utilizing those parts of our program that teach your children to read. We are going to start with our rhyme time. We know how to use the rhyme time. How? I'm listening. Yes. You identify your activity in the timetable and you find the round and round rhyme. You can look at the picture with your children, and if you look at the picture, what do you see? You see children in a circle moving round and round. And that's something that you can do. If you have two children and yourself, you can make a circle and you can do the round and round rhyme. You read the round and round rhyme, or you say the round and round rhyme with the children, and you find the corresponding app in your Pre-K Genius. In the Pre-K Genius, you find the rhymes and rhythms tab. You choose that tab, and right there in the far right corner, you have the round and round.
Round and round the play park, round and round the school, round and round the backyard, round and round the pool, round and round the play park, round and round the school, round and round the backyard, round and round.
And this will run for about a minute. And you can play it over. By this time, your child would have gotten the words, they would have gotten the rhythm, they would have been having fun with it. So that will be your first activity for the day. This activity not only incorporates the rhymes, which help with their phonemic awareness, their listening acuity, but it also engages physical movement and gross motor skill development as well.
Rhyming helps your child improve their reading, spelling, and other literacy skills significantly by developing the skill of phonemic awareness. Repetition of rhyme helps build memory capacity, and verbalizing rhymes aid in speech development since the intricacies of rhyming assist in strengthening mouth and tongue muscles. Listening to rhymes contributes to the development of the auditory pathway. It can also aid in the expansion of your child's imagination. Rhymes involve movement, coordination, and physicality, integrated with reading activities. You and your child can get up, follow along, have fun, and learn together. The utilization of rhyming as a tool to teach early listening and reading competence is outlined in the Ministry of Education English Language Arts infant syllabus. The 18 rhymes contained in the JJ&Friends JTAP Junior Suite embody these elements.
Let's move on to the second part of our timetable, letter sound. And remember, we started to teach our letter sounds before we teach our letter names, because we want to teach our children how to blend the sounds.
Learning of phonics letter sounds is undoubtedly more significant than teaching the names. It's increasingly valuable to have your child learn phonics sounds together with names. Learning phonetic letter sounds improves your child's reading skills by firmly establishing the groundwork for your child's reading development. It helps them link spoken sounds to letter symbols. When teaching your child that D is for dog, they accept this based on trust and not logic, because nothing in the word dog sounds like D. However, when your child is taught that the symbol D represents the D sound in dog, a link is made. They can then think to themselves, so this is what the sound D looks like. Many letters have more than one possible sound, and many sounds can be produced by a variety of different letters. This is why experts believe in this method, and at JJ&Friends, we've incorporated this throughout our program.
Let's say you're unsure of the sound. you can go to your tablet first. You can find the Phonics Fast Forward app, and you can choose the corresponding tab that says English Sounds and Alphabet. And there you will be taught all of the English sounds in the alphabet.
Come along and sing with me. The letters from A to Z. Now you try it. Ant. Now let's say it together. Ant. You're sounding really great. Bat. Now let's say it together. Bat.
So once you are comfortable with the sounds, you can then incorporate the technology, high-tech, with your booklet. Yes? Engage your child in the learning process. Have fun. English sounds and alphabet. And if you turn to the first page, you will find a large picture of an ant. So you can say ant, ant. At the beginning of the word ant, you hear the sound, ant. You could talk about the ant. What color is the ant? The ant is brown. What is this? And you could see at the top of the ant's head are the antennae. Antennae. How many legs does the ant have? You can count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes? Good. And there you've spoken with the child about the ants. You've engaged them in the communication process. Parents, there are numerous ways that this lesson can be reinforced. One of those ways is by using the ABC flashcards that are contained within the suite. Using flashcards is a perfect tool for tactile learning. Children this age, they like to use their hands, and so using the ABC flashcards can make it so much easier for your child to focus, for your child to hone in to the activity at hand. And by letting them show you how they can use the flashcards to recognize the sounds, you can track your child's progress.
Flashcards improve your child's visual memory. This is important since a large cross-section of learners are visually stimulated. Flashcards make it easier for your children to focus and stay on task. The information is provided to learners in small chunks, thus helping them to remember more and stay interested for longer periods. Due to its tactile nature, it's ideal for little brain hands. With a little bit of imagination, you can mix things up and create games like memory or flip and reveal. Perfect for long car journeys, you can take them everywhere. The awesome thing about the JJ&Friends flashcards is that they come with multi-use instructions on the back of each, making it a ready-to-use teaching manipulative. The use of flashcards in the 2 to 5 age group is highly recommended by the Ministry of Education's ECCE Curriculum Guide, since its principle of active learning incorporates materials that invite attention, exploration, manipulation, elaboration, and imagination. The JJ&Friends JTAB Junior Suite contains 99 flashcards. Let's create a brighter future for your child.
Now let's talk about using your walls. We have a lot of walls within our homes that we can use for the teaching process. Using the walls as a display can strengthen your child's visual acuity and memory retention. So you want to choose those spaces that are easily accessible. You want to make your wall a mental stimulant, showcasing the concepts that your child is working on at the present time. So you can use the charts that's in the suite and you can place them at eye level so that your child can easily see them, can touch them, and identify the particular areas that they are working on. And right there, you're setting the tone for enjoyable learning. Do these things daily, and by doing them daily, allow your child to utilize your charts and flashcards often. The more often you do them, the stronger you'll be concretizing the letter-sound relationships and the other areas of learning.
Wall charts are a great way of helping your child grasp key concepts and encourage learning beyond the classroom. Singing the alphabet song while pointing out the letters in a visual gives your child the ability to learn in multiple ways. All children learn differently, and some will learn by doing or by hearing, while some do by seeing. As your child looks at the poster daily, the image is unconsciously painted in their memory. The JJ&Friends JTAB Junior Suite contains 8 wall charts that cover writing, letters or alphabet, colors, shapes, numbers or counting, parts of the body, and the days of the week. The use of wall charts in the 2 to 5 age group goes hand in hand with the Ministry of Education's ECC principle of active learning. The fascinating designs on our educational posters are guaranteed to brighten up any space, presenting easily digestible information for your child in a range of topics and subjects. Get the JJ&Friends JTAB Junior Suite. Let's create a brighter future for your child.
Don't forget, you want to have your stickers for rewards. You want to praise your child every time they acquire a new skill. So when your child says, ant, when your child is able to count the legs on the ant for you, when your child is able to tell you the color of the ant, you praise them. You tell them, good job, excellent, super, great work. By complimenting the good work of your child, you're lifting their spirits and you're helping them to enjoy the learning process. What's next on our timetable? Writing right. We've just practiced the sound A, and we're going to do the corresponding A activity. And remember, at this stage, we're teaching the sound A. Many children will learn the name incidentally, but by engaging the sound, you're making sure that they learn the sounds well. Sometimes children would mix up some of the vowel sounds. They might mix up the A with the E. And that's why I like to reinforce the sounds over and over, because incidentally, they're already learning the names, okay? So we're going to start at the green. And remember what I told you a little earlier. You can get a sheet protector, and you can put a sheet protector over this page. You can get a whiteboard marker, and you can practice the shape. Now, if you're unsure where to start, if you still don't know what to do, take your Kindle out. Find the Writing Right app. Let's say you're not sure what the shape looks like. Then you choose the lowercase letters, and you go to lowercase letter A, and you choose it, and you will be shown how to make the shape.
Let's learn to write the letter A. Start at the green dot marked number 1, just below the middle line. Curve your stroke in the direction shown and then continue it in the opposite direction. Stop at the red dot marked number 1. Leave a space between the top and the bottom. Now, go to the green dot marked number 2 and take your stroke down to the red dot marked number 2. This is the letter A. Good job!
Let's come back to our workbook. If you choose to use a fat pencil, that's fine. If you choose to use a crayon, that's fine. Or if you want to reuse the sheet again, you can use a sheet protector. And it's simple. You start on the green dot, you come around in the opposite direction, you go up, you come down, you make your little curve at the end, and you stop at the red dot. And there's lots of practice here for your child to be able to make the shape well. Now, initially you may have to help your child by guiding their hand. You don't want to write it for them, but you may just want to guide their hand along to make the letters. Yes? Good. And praise your child. Even if the shape doesn't look like what you want it to look like, but it looks close to what you want to achieve, you let them know, good job, let's try again. Let's try to make it a little smaller or make the spaces a little closer to connect. Okay?
Directionality allows your child to be able to detect how words appear left to right on a page of text. Directionality and letter formation are early skills in the learning to write process. It is important to demonstrate that lines are first drawn from the top of the line to the bottom and then from the left of the page to the right. It is also important to establish your child's dominant hand. Your child's progress in writing should be acknowledged. However, scrappy or unacceptable work should be done over. The JJ&Friends Write and Write is an exploration of the writing process. Our detailed step-by-step instructions on letter formation produces excellent handwriting. It includes the mechanics of letter formation and artistic written expression as tools of early communication. Throughout this handwriting series, parents and children will be engaged in a fun learning process for the purpose of producing new writers with the writing skill and desire needed for writing success.
Let's talk about the writing mat. It's an erasable, reusable writing tool. And you know, this writing mat allows your child numerous opportunities to practice their handwriting. Parents, you know that in one attempt, your child is not going to get the particular piece of writing correct. What this mat allows is the opportunity for free writing, a free writing space that they can redo and practice without the stress of not getting it right the first time. Something else that you can do which would really help to reinforce the writing process is to install the lowercase and the uppercase charts that are provided within the suite. This would help provide a reference point for your child, where your child can look and produce the particular letter that they will be having difficulty with. A major benefit of looking at the chart and writing on the mat is building that eye-hand coordination that our children need when they eventually have to look on the board and write on their book, or even to look at the laptop or the tablet and then transfer that content to their books. And so by looking at the charts that are provided in the suite and writing on the mat, you're reinforcing the skill.
Before your child can write, there are pre-writing activities that must be done. These activities are geared towards building your child's muscular control when writing. Gross motor skills involve the movement of large muscle types, and fine motor skills is the ability to control the small intrinsic muscle types in the body. Participating in various motor skill activities prepares your child to be able to write letters efficiently so that they can eventually convey their thoughts on paper. The JJ&Friends Write and Write program provides endless practice material for your child to develop these motor skills, as well as build eye-hand coordination, utensil manipulation, basic stroke formation, and alphabet recognition, needed later on for writing and drawing and presenting themselves on paper. Get the JJ&Friends JTAB Junior Suite. Let's create a brighter future for your child.
The last part of this day one alternative timetable will be on numeracy. We want to look at size. Our children love using the technology. After a while, your child is going to get that the tablet works in conjunction with the worksheets, works in conjunction with your cards. All right? So you go to your Kindle and you find the Pre-K Genius app. When you go to your Pre-K Genius app, you choose the numeracy level 1 and you will see the activity that deals with size.
We are going to play a game called Small and Large. Small, large. This apple is small. This apple is large. Small, large. Now it's your turn to play. Can you tell which fish is small and which fish is large? Is this fish small or large? If you said small, then you are right. Very good. This is a small fish. Is this fish small or large? If you said large, then you are correct. Excellent work. This is the large fish. This fish is small. This fish is large. Have fun playing the game Small and Large.
We're going to our level 1 workbook. And we're going to pages 9 to 12. So let's look at page 9. Let's look at the apples, beautiful red healthy apples. The apple on the left is small and the apple on the right is large. So we're teaching the concept of size. Small, large. And you need to take the correct answer. We have a small fishing bowl and we have a large fishing bowl. What does the instruction ask? It asks us to take the bowl that is large. Which one is large? Yes, the bowl to your right is large. So you take that bowl, okay? And based on your child's ability to do this activity, then you know if you want to continue the other activities completed at page 12, okay? If, however, your child is having difficulty, then you go back to the top and you explain what is small and what is large. You can also find gadgets, items within the home, items that are small and items that are large. And you allow the child to compare both. Yes, using the remember we are learning at home. So use what you have at home in the teaching process. Yeah? Good. A lot of this is preparation, parents. Yes, I'm showing you how to do it today, but you can take the time and find the corresponding activities yourself, practice before, and then you can engage your child. So you feel a little bit more prepared. I know some of you may have a little bit of anxiety doing it because you may be wondering, am I doing it right? And the only way you'll get it right is by practice. Practice. You have all of the tools, you have the tablet with the apps to let you know whether you're doing it right or not. You know it can help you get it better. And you have the booklets to practice. And once you have it down, you can engage your child in the activity. Remember, you can get all of the lessons that I did today and so much more by simply contacting us at JJ&Friends and accessing a JTAB Junior Suite for your preschooler, your child in the early childhood age group. Your child may not have started preschoolers yet. Your child may have been coded to start their early childhood formal education this September. Schools will be closed to in-class learning. So therefore, you have this ideal opportunity to bring the learning home to your child. Yes, and we're happy here to help at JJ&Friends. You can email us, you can go to our website, you can send us a message on Facebook or on Instagram, and we are going to be happy to help you.
School as we know it has changed, and your home must now be transformed into an effective learning environment. And JJ&Friends Educational Systems can do just that. We are providing educational programs which are aligned with the Ministry of Education School Curriculum Guide. Our programs are the ideal tools to use for the blended learning and homeschooling environment. We provide 24/7 on-demand teaching and no internet connection is required. All lessons are preloaded on the tablet. JJ&Friends Educational Suites are fully interactive, accessible and enjoyable, where students can learn from classroom video tutorials, gain knowledge and challenge themselves with thousands of practice exercises, all designed to teach the skills every young scholar needs. We give you the full educational experience at home with structured resources and support developed to help your child adapt to the new normal of learning. We are with you in this. Call us today to place your order at 800-READ. Let's transform your home into an effective learning environment.